The first general election presidential debate of 2024 took place this past week between the two main party nominees, Joe Biden and Donald Trump. A lot of anticipation was present in the weeks leading up to this event, with pundits across the political spectrum giving their own predictions on what was to come. Since the conclusion of the debate on Thursday, there have been reactions across the board and increasingly firm opinions on what is to come in the future.
I actually think he's scored a bunch of points. I think if you just judge this on sort of policy stuff, he did score a bunch of points on issues like abortion, for example, on some of the economic issues.
I'm living in a parallel universe. That was an unmitigated disaster for President Biden from the second he walked out to the closing statement. The biggest issue for Democrats is abortion, and he couldn't give an answer.
I will say Donald Trump also had some really rough moments in this debate. And, talking to the Biden campaign, they say, their dials started really moving away from Trump as he was increasing his personal attacks on Biden. So I think there was a lot about his kind of character and the kind of personal nastiness that he was putting on display.
That was painful. I love Joe Biden. I work for Joe Biden. He didn't do well at all. He did not do well at all.
Yes, there was a slow start, but it was a strong finish.
I think I witnessed the unofficial end of the Biden campaign.
We got to go in and got to keep our heads high. And as I say, we've got to have the back of this president.
We don't yet have the polling on how things have been impacted post-debate, but on this last day of the month, we'll take a look at where the RealClearPolling averages stood in June. Nationwide, Donald Trump currently holds a 1.9% lead. Similar to the predictions from back in the spring, the presidential race is expected to come down to a small handful of swing states. The RCP averages have the following states projected to be the closest in November: Nevada, Arizona, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Virginia, North Carolina, and Georgia. The bulk of these states voted for Donald Trump in 2016 and then for Joe Biden in 2020. Each of them is expected to be decided by less than 7 points. Any margin of victory larger than 5 points will be characterized as likely. Margins between 1 and 5 points will be characterized as lean, and any margin less than 1 percentage point will be characterized as tilt. For the likely states, Donald Trump is currently projected to win North Carolina by just under 7 points, and Arizona by between 5 and 6 points. For the lean states, Joe Biden is currently projected to win Minnesota by 3 points, and Virginia by just over 2 points. Donald Trump, on the other hand, is expected to win Georgia by 4 points, Pennsylvania and Nevada by just under 3 points, and Michigan by 1.2 points. The final state of Wisconsin is currently in the tilt category and is averaged as a tie between the two candidates. Based on the political bend of the state towards Republicans in the past few cycles relative to the rest of the Rust Belt, I would predict that in this scenario, Donald Trump narrowly carries the state. The final electoral count is projected at 312 electoral votes and an election victory for Donald Trump, and 226 electoral votes for Joe Biden. As more post-debate polling comes in and we continue to progress towards the two main conventions, we'll continue to watch how these numbers shift around. Thanks so much for watching, and subscribe to our channel for more content.